mascara. This is the one product that got me hooked on all the other Mary Kay products. It makes my eyelashes pop and it gives me that final look. I started my business for the extra income, but oh, it came with so much more. The friendships, the flexibility, the empowerment, and not only that, the opportunity to put my life in priorities by putting my faith first, my family second, and my career third. I love my Mary Kay business. Hey.
Yay. I'm gonna grab my pom pom.
And you know what I loved about is that is so simple. She talked about a product she loved, what how she learned to love the business, and then that I love that. It's just super quick, and you're going to see why I'm pointing those things out later on when we look at our tech talk. So welcome. I I thought Diane was frozen there for a minute.
Am I doing Reco?
I think you are.
Okay.
Everybody. Yeah.
Okay, well, yay! Welcome to
Yay.
Tuesday Night Live. Welcome to Lori. Welcome to Melanie, our leaders. And I want to thank each and every one of you, whether you're on the East Coast or you're in Hawaii or you're California, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us, even if you're watching the recording. Oh, is this not recording? Oops. Okay, start all over.
Oh no.
No, I think it's
Uh,
recording. Mine says
Oh,
it's
it's recording. Yeah.
It
Okay,
is.
perfect. Okay, great. So thank you for jumping on Tuesday Night Live. We're going to have some fun tonight. You are going to love our tech talk. Melanie's going to blow your mind. And tonight we're talking about part 2 on getting leads and meeting people, because that seems to be a hot topic nowadays. So I do want to give a quick shout out to everybody. First of all, I'd like to know who has already enrolled in the Preferred Customer Program. The deadline is not for 2 more days, but I will tell you guys, they're anticipating this particular lookbook to sell out with the sample inside. I don't know why that, I got an email that said that. So if you have not yet done it, it doesn't matter whether they're a customer. I see Marsha's on here. She's brand new. She doesn't have any customers yet. Okay. Well, maybe she has a couple, but so I want you to be working on whose address do you need? So text your girlfriend and say, oh my gosh, what's your mailing address? I need to send you something really special. And she'll send you the address and then she'll probably ask what you want it for. But please, please, please enroll in the Preferred Customer Program because it will make a massive impact on your business. So let me do a shout out. Please type in the chat 3 things: your sales since last Tuesday, any new faces you did since last Tuesday, and if you added anybody to your team since last Tuesday. We want to hear from you. Actually, if you've added anybody to your team this month in April, we want to know. We want to know how you're doing, what you've got going on. So your sales, new faces, and have you added anybody to your team this month? So I want to do a shout out to all of you. Type that in the chat. We will, of course, recap that at the end. And I want to also give a shout out to all of you that were star consultants this last quarter. We had the opportunity to do a virtual tour of Switzerland. And oh my gosh, if you didn't take that tour yet, Sherry Tully, Carrie McCurdy, Janine White, so many of you guys were stars this last quarter. I know I'm forgetting several of you. I apologize. But the star event was fabulous. Now, this next quarter, jot this down, it ends June 15th. It started March 16th. So every order you place from March 16th to June 15th will count toward your star for this quarter. And our virtual trip that we have got coming up is going to be of Budapest, where the top director trip is, which is just an incredible country loaded with history. So that's going to be super fun. Does anybody know, if you type in the chat, what do you need to be a minimum star consultant? Does anybody know how much wholesale you need cumulatively in orders during the quarter? So between March 16th and June 15th, how much do you have to have ordered in order to be at least a Sapphire Star? Does anybody know? Type in the chat if you know the answer to that question. Ding, ding, ding. Connie, correct. 1,800. Thank you, Connie, for that. Yeah, 1,800. Now that includes orders you place to the company. That includes all your CDS orders. So when your customer says, mail me a repair set, and you ship it off to her, that order counts towards your wholesale. Every order you place to Mary Kay will absolutely count toward you being a star. So it's cumulative. So I definitely want to do a shout out. Keep typing in the chat your sales for the week, total faces that you've done, and anybody new that you've added to your team. We'd love to hear from you. Also want to do a quick shout out to anybody who's already ordered, and mine I thought was going to come today, the rainbow insulated cooler. Does anybody have their insulated cooler for doing 700 wholesale yet? It's really cool, and it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. So mine should, I was going to hope it was today, but UPS hasn't come here yet, or FedEx, whatever. So it's a beautiful insulated tote. So this month you get to triple dip. At 250 wholesale, you win a really cool license plate frame that says MK number one skincare and color cosmetics for your car for branding, which means you can't run people off the road any longer because they'll know you're with Mary Kay. And then at 600, you win that plus you win a special product that's launching later that we're not supposed to talk about, but it's lip oil. So that's all I'm going to say. It's going to be really amazing. So it's kind of a secret. So don't ask me any more questions, but you get one of those for free as a gift. And then at 700, you get both the prizes and the company cooler. So this month we're letting you triple dip. Who also remembers that this month is the last month to start your Mary Kay for $20, which is why some of you have already added team members this month. So I know Sherry Tully, do you want to come on really quick and just tell us how you met your two team member or the team member that just added to your team?
Hello. What was the question?
So how did you meet Caroline, your newest team member?
Oh, she was one of my massage clients, and I just mentioned it toward the end of a massage, and then she was like, "Oh, I'd like to do that." And then she came over one day, and we did I showed her every single product, and then less than a week later, she brought her mother-in-law, who is a cancer survivor, and she was like, she spoke only French, but I speak a good French, Spanglish, English combination. And we were able to have a conversation, and she kept on going, bon, 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 bon. So,
Aww.
and she's from Morocco, and it's not there yet, but she's excited because she has family in Europe. So who knows how that's gonna transition.
So it sounds like she's a massage client of yours. You happen to mention that you teach skincare with Mary Kay and that you'd love to pamper her sometime. And she goes, "Oh, I'd like to try that." So you kind of like throw it out, right? See if
Yep.
she's interested. And she said, "I'd love to get pampered." Then you pampered her. She
Yep.
fell in love with it. Then she brought her mother-in-law back and you
Yep.
pampered them. And then she decided, "Well, I'm not going to pay you full price," because you then told her the discount, right?
Oh, we were already talking about it, and she was like, "Oh, I like that idea." She goes, "Because I like a lot of the products," and the mother-in-law just absolutely loves everything that's about the products. So
So congratulations. So that is officially your seventh team member. You have
thank you.
5 active as of tonight. So you're officially a team leader. We'll be before 8 before the end of the month. So congratulations, Sarah. Super proud of you. So you had a
Thank you.
$300 day and a new team member.
Yes, I had
That's
another massage client and asked the gentleman. I said, "Hey, do you need anything for your wife for Mother's Day?" And he goes, "Actually, I have my anniversary." And I said, "Well, let's do a package for you. And how much do you want to spend?" He goes, "Well, fortunately, I have about $300." I said, "Fabulous! I'll make a wonderful little package for you."
so
Cha-ching.
that was a male buying a gift. I thought that was the lady, Caroline. Okay, so this
No.
was the guy. Wow. So you want to actually enroll his wife in the preferred customer program. You want to make
Yes,
sure you get his
I
mailing
planned
address.
on that. Yeah.
Congratulations. See, you guys, that's a perfect opportunity of how you just never know when you are with somebody, how it
Hmm.
can absolutely turn around. It's a sale, a client. Now you know his wedding anniversary. And when it
Yep.
scores a lot of points, he might be open for now a gift for Mother's Day too, if something he didn't buy. So
He bought quite a bit.
congratulations.
Thanks.
And I know it's super late where you are. You're probably getting ready to go to bed, but I appreciate you for jumping on and now you officially can get your company red jacket and all of that stuff. So
Oh,
super proud of
that.
you.
I
Yeah,
haven't done that yet.
congratulations.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
And I'm excited because Caroline is actually a psychologist. She is a therapist and counselor. And so her background would blow your mind. I think she's in her 30s somewhere, but she's just really,
She's
and
26.
she's 26. Okay. I didn't think she was even 30, but when she told me all that she's accomplished, I'm thinking there's no way she's in her 20s. So she's worked at a mental health hospital and she's unbelievable. And she's moving to Austin, Texas. So Sherry will have her very first Austin, Texas consultant on her team there, which is super exciting. So yay. So that's a great opportunity to build your team. So if have I forgotten any recognition, Melanie?
I see Carrie had $655 sales and 4 faces, and Hilda listed out day by day, but a total of 352 for the week. So
Woohoo!
fabulous.
Great job, Hilda, because you've been under the weather, woman. So I don't know how you sold so much when you've been sick in bed, but I love that. And then you had 4 guests on Janice's virtual event.
A lot of mine are reorders.
Reorders, that's great though. That means that you're taking good care of your customers.
Yeah, at least
And then
that.
Well, and you never know. You might have men in there that say, I have $300 to spend on an anniversary gift. You're like, okie dokie, I can take care of you. So
I work on
congratulations.
them on Sunday.
Nice. And
Yeah.
Lori did 6 new faces with 413. And then Melanie had 4 guests on Janice's trend report and 2 book color appointments. You guys, that's what's fun about those virtual events. And we've got another one coming up, which Melanie will show you in a minute. So congratulations to each and every one of you that put some effort into your business. It'll always come back 100-fold. I promise you. All right, Miss Melanie, I'm going to turn it over to you to Recco, babe.
Okay. And are you going to screen share?
I am going to screen share.
Okay,
I am.
good, because that'll keep me on track. Diane already mentioned preferred customer program, so don't forget that. My favorite thing about the preferred customer program is that you get to order early. Everybody else has to wait till the 15th of May to order. You'll get to order on the 10th if you do the preferred customer program. And let's see, there was something else.
I'm jumping in
I
here.
don't know.
By the way, I do want to do a
Okay.
shout out to everyone who qualified for the red event, and we can ask them what they thought of the red event last night. So we'll come back to that. Go
Okay.
ahead, Melanie.
All right. Well, tomorrow, so this is better. I did this for my unit. I did a recording and I was all over the place chronologically. So Diane's organized. I love it. Tomorrow, this is the most important thing. We have 2 Mary Kay makeup artists are going to be on, 2 corporate gals, and they're going to show us lips, eyes, and cheeks for spring and summer. I love the way these 2 play off each other because they are they're different. Different colors. I mean, they're different complexions, different age ranges, and they just really do well. And your guests can be in the drawing to win some Mary Kay products and Kate Spade handbag. And this will be translated into Spanish as well. So this is tomorrow 6. It's not too late to get people signed up for this. And yeah, and if you need the Spanish flyer to share. By the way, I have started carrying at least print a couple. I've learned not to print too many because I've thrown some away, but at least have a couple of these, whatever the next event is, with me, so that when I meet somebody and I hand them, my card sample, and I'd love to have you as a guest on this event. It's going to be super fun, and you can win a prize. So, okay, and then Thursday night, we have our sharing event. I don't know anything about Stacy Kraft, but I know
She's fun and crazy.
Okay, and she's a $1 million sales director, so she's going to be fabulous. We're going to learn a lot from her. Next week, this is awesome because Janice is doing training. This is going to be on follow-up and follow-through. This is for consultants, and this is the one time when consultants can be in a drawing to win the Kate Spade prizes. So you don't want to miss that. And you also don't want to miss the time we get with Janice, because we know that she's not going to be here forever. And it is also going to be translated in Spanish. So, and our next sharing event, top sales director, Elizabeth Kramer. And I'm sure she has a wonderful story. This is the reason you want to get your guests onto these, so they hear the stories and they hear about the opportunity, but you need to be there so that you can hear the stories, because they might inspire you. You've heard my story, you've heard Diane's story, but this story might be the one for you. So what else do we have?
Just really quick, I will be in Martinez next Wednesday doing a Hydra session. We're calling it a Hydra, not a Hydro, because that's the patented word, but it's amazing. So we did it last night, And I also did it a week ago in Elk Grove, and it's an amazing, amazing event. They left with their faces just like, oh, feeling incredible. So it's got different handouts. I highly recommend you guys come, bring some guests. And what's really helped me, and you guys are going to laugh at me, but this ridiculous square thing, I have to tell you, the first person I facial ended up joining my team. She was bilingual. The people last night, one was a nurse, one has got more than 3 kids. Well, then the gal who's coming next Thursday, she says, well, I said, you don't, because this is the one I think I'm going to get stumped on. I said, you don't by chance know anybody who's run a half or full marathon. She goes, well, my sister-in-law. I said, where does she live? She says, Pleasant Hill. I said, can she come? She says, well, I'll ask her. And then I said, do you know anybody who has an April birthday? She goes, well, my daughter. I said, how old is she? She was 19. I said, can you bring her? So this one lady is bringing me 3 people just so they can fill in this little thing. And then my other customer was just going to come by herself. And you know what this taught me is they're not going to say yes unless you ask.
Mm.
And so normally I would have said, oh, I can't wait to see you. If you want to bring someone, let me know. And they would have said, no, I'm just coming. But because I said, I need your help. Who do you know who has bangs? Who do you know who's engaged? So when I showed her this, she says, well, I also have another sister, let's see, sister-in-laws. Well, anyway, she said, I've got another sibling who doesn't wear makeup. I'll ask her if she wants to come too. I said, oh, you are my favorite girl. And then I felt bad because she's bringing me so many people. I said, I'll tell you what, for every friend you bring me up to 5, I'll give you a half price item. You bring me 5 people, you get 5 things at half price. I said, just so you know, the whole repair line's got 5 items in it. So technically you could get that at 50% off. I said, just make sure that you let me know who you're bringing. But this models hunt thing, I don't know how you're doing with it, Melanie or Lori, but this is making me really brave to just ask people, who do you know is a teacher? Who do you know who's engaged? So it makes it really fun.
Yeah, I love that. I love it, using it as a way to, I never would have thought of that, to use it as a way for them to bring guests, because you're suggesting to them it reminds me of that thing that the training from Corinne, where she said, who do you know who, needs some pampering, or who needs to be celebrated, or who may be coming out of a hard season in their life and you just want to bless them. And, you're directing their thoughts with that, and very smart.
Well, I'm gonna make either a May version or find a May version, and I might put on there something like someone who has had a victory from a tough time or something like that, just because we all know somebody who could use some pampering that's kind of had a challenge. So, okay, so without further ado, I hope you guys are ready to be blown away. And Lori, feel free to make any comments or whatever, but Melanie's going to teach us, is it called How to Do a Reel? Is that what it is?
I'm going to talk about stories.
That's what I
on
meant.
social media. Yep.
You can tell I don't know what I'm doing.
Well,
Can you
and
tell us
actually,
the difference between that and a
reels
reel?
are connected. What?
Can you tell us the difference between that and a reel?
The short version is stories are not videos. Reels are videos. But I'm going to throw that in there because I'm going to throw a video in, because you can create a reel on Instagram and it drops into your stories on Facebook. That's how you start. That's how you see. So let me share my screen.
Oh.
And let's see, I think I want this one. And I am going to share sound just in case. And you don't want to see that. But up here on the top of your Facebook feed, are stories. And stories are not in the feed. Sometimes they'll pop in, occasionally they'll pop into the feed, but primarily they're up here. So, so I can scroll through here, and I'd love to know, this is my son. Sometimes I want to know what he's doing, and sometimes I don't. But, and you can also, if you click on one of these, then you can, like, I'll click on Melissa. I know she's positive, but then you can see all of your friends who have stories, and stories have been, they only last for 24 hours. So this is something that's very recent that this person has decided to share. So if you want to create your own story, you would open up, and actually you can do that. You can actually do that from here. So this is my profile. If I want to create a story, I can click on that. And there are 2 options through Facebook. You can create a photo story, or you can create a text story. So I thought, because I've been wanting to do a mystery hostess Facebook party, I thought, well, I'll do a text story. So open this up, and you can select different backgrounds, but I wanted some verbiage. And I started putting my verbiage in, and I wasn't very happy with it. And so I had learned from at Career Conference that you can go to Chat GPT. So I'm going to Chat GPT, and I'm going to put in my words and ask for them to make it a little bit more engaging. So, so I'm just going to say make more engaging, and then I'll put my words in. And I had made, so I was like, so need a new look for spring. I usually think I'm a pretty good writer, but sometimes you write something and it's like, that's not going to do the trick. So, and then want beauty and skincare tips, mystery, hostess, scroll, and shop group is for you. Drop a comment for more info. I don't know if it's going to catch my, see, my typos. So I will fix those a little bit.
You type this in Chat GPT first.
I'm typing it in Chat GPT because I started and it's like, I started typing it right into the text page and I went, I don't really like that. And so, so then I'm going to hit the enter button. And so it says, here's a more engaging and fun version of your message. Ready to refresh your look for spring? Notice they put the emojis in there too. Looking for beauty and skincare tips that actually work. Join the mystery hostess, scroll and shop. And notice it picked that up as a title and it bolded it for me. Where glam meets giveaways. Want in? Drop a comment below and I'll send you all the details. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to go back here to Facebook and put it over here in the start, put it in there. And then I can change the background if I want to.
I was going to say, they give you that. Did they choose that or did you?
Nope, I chose that one. There are others. There's different colors. This one's kind of cute with the, that one sort of, since I'm talking about spring, maybe I'll keep that one. And then you can also change the lettering. So there's one, this casual one I kind of like because it's, oh, but you know what, it says see, yeah, I don't know if it won't all fit on the page. So I don't think I like that. I would like it to all fit on the page. So we'll go back to, let's try this one. Nope, that one doesn't fit either. Headline, the only one that all fits on the page. None of it all, they don't all fit on page. Okay, let's try.
I think it's the stationery because those palm leaves are in the way, maybe. Oh no,
Yeah,
maybe not.
well, there we go. It just had too many spaces in it. So I took a space out and there we go. Okay. Now I'm going to see if I can do my casual. Yeah. Okay. So then I'm going to share it. Okay. So share to story. Now the thing, you can put up multiple stories. So now it's showing, and I can create another one. And so I'd like
don't you just keep adding to the one you started?
Well, the thing is that it's like that's one story, and then I'm going to do another one, and then they play like a slideshow. So
Okay.
it'll play this one, and then it'll play the next one. So this time, let's create a photo story. And so, and there's a couple. Let's see, I saved a couple pictures that I took. I saved them on the desktop. I gave them, there they are. So I want that one open. Let's see. And it gave me, okay.
Is it different on your phone than it is on the computer?
It's pretty similar on your phone.
Okay.
You just have to see. So create a photo story. It gave me the option to do more than one, which I want to do.
Is that the one will follow the other?
Yeah, no, it's behaving differently. It's so weird than it did earlier. Maybe because I was doing it on my phone earlier. Nope. Um, okay, well, let's
I think
do
if you
the
hold on the
little.
shift key, it'll take more than one photo. Hold down your shift
Uh,
key.
no, I did that.
Oh,
This will only, so I guess when I do it from here, I think maybe I was doing it from my phone. It gave me the option to put two in that it would switch back and forth. So I'll pick this one and then I will add my text to it. My text was trying a Barbie look
Cute.
for Comic Con. Thoughts?
hmm.
Okay. And again, you can choose the same text options. And I didn't want that in front of my face, so we'll move it up there. And so yeah, it does make a little difference when you do it on your phone. When I did it on the phone, it allowed me to put two pictures together and it kind of switched back and forth between them. But we'll go ahead and share that one.
So Melanie, what if you want to add music to this? Can you do that?
Um, you know, from the phone you could. So
Oh, okay.
let's, yeah, that's so weird. And I thought I had Instagram open, but let's go in here. So if you want to do a video, you can't do it from Facebook. You have to do the video in Instagram. And so you can go to Instagram and create, and then I'm going to create a post. And wonder if what would happen if I did the two pictures here. See if it, and you can also crop them. You can, so we want them to be, let's see. And let's see what it says next. Okay, so you can put a filter on it. I didn't do as much with Instagram but I did know I had to come to Instagram to do a video. So let's go ahead and I'm going to cancel this one.
Can I ask you a question while you're doing that or no?
Sure.
So a friend of mine, she's a realtor, and she walked through a house today and she sent me, it was probably a total of a minute, but it was four short video clips as she's walking through. And one was about 15 or 20 seconds long. And then that one ended and the next one started, but she keeps talking about this amazing house she's about to list. I believe she created that on Instagram first, and then it went to Facebook. Is that how that works?
Yeah, or she could have done it on TikTok as well.
No, she did it either on Instagram
Okay.
or Facebook.
Okay, so it would have been, she would have done it on Instagram. And okay, the video is in a different folder. But I did make a quick video today just to use here.
Those folders are on your computer?
Yes.
Okay.
And this one was called My Just Fits.
What's the length of the video you're allowed to upload? Is it like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 20 seconds?
This one is about a minute. You know, I've always loved Mary Kay products, but when I tried this, which is our foundation primer with SPF 15, it gave me a flawless application of my makeup, and it stayed all day long, stayed flawless all day long. I was taking the idea from that's when I decided video I played from you, and there's several Mary Kay was for me. I thought if I could so there are several of them on In Touch where they start with their product and then they talk about their why. And that's kind of the new thing on the It Just Fits videos on In Touch. So anyway, this is just about a minute long. And I do want the sound on. I can choose a cover photo. That one's good enough because, and then, so yeah, so it will share to my Facebook if I choose that, share this reel, and then I'm going to share it on Instagram. It's going to take a minute to upload. You guys may not want to wait for that, but But so those are basically three things that you can do. You can do the picture, you can do the text, and you can chat GPT it if you aren't inspired on your text to get it to sound a little bit more fun and engaging. And the thing is still spinning. You can share pictures. There is a way to add music to it, but and again, when I was doing it, I guess the first time I played with it, I was playing with it on my phone. And I was able to, let's just see, create a story. Okay, so if I'm creating a story on my phone, I can, and so I can choose those two pictures. And then it gives me music to choose from. So I can choose Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder, the birthday, happy birthday. There's a bunch of birthday ones. Beautiful, Daniel Boone. I don't even know most of these. Isn't She Lovely is one of them I know. That seems kind of silly to add that to a picture of my face, but what the heck.
Why not?
So Melanie, is there and I don't mean to get ahead of you, but I've seen other people post stuff where there's some kind of software they use where it speeds up. So they go to apply color and it looks like they're on speed. It's like, and their whole look is done. Is there a thing that takes like a snapshot every 15 seconds or 10 seconds? Or maybe Carrie, she's got a million grandkids. Maybe she knows what these apps are. But I know there's some app that will
I know
speed
you
things.
can do that on TikTok. TikTok has a lot more create options.
Okay.
And I don't know. I did not try the AI studio. There may be some different things, but yeah, I don't know enough about that. So maybe that's for a future. But yes, I do know TikTok has a lot more options. So definitely worth checking into. So but I just wanted to jump in and try it because I haven't done it
Yeah.
before. So, and I thought, oh, before I get out of here though, because this is really important, because this is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time, so 9 o'clock Pacific Time. I don't know, this gal, her posts are coming up into my newsfeed on Facebook. She's really good, and the whole thing is it's about telling stories, and so she's doing a training
Wow.
on storytelling, and this is going to be in the My Mary Kay group. So that's the one for consultants only.
So now where do we find this now? You go on Facebook and you type in Mary Kay. It's on the Mary Kay corporate website.
It's on Facebook, and it is in the My Mary Kay Facebook group. This is the Facebook group that's only for consultants. So
Okay,
this one you have to join, and I think you have to put in your consultant number because they want to make sure that, because they put stuff in here that isn't ready for, isn't really intended for the general public.
So everybody should join that tonight.
Yes. So I would, go to your Facebook, join the My Mary Kay. Now there's the Mary Kay page. That is the public page for everybody. My Mary Kay is only for consultants.
Okay.
And it's a private group that you have to join. Yeah. And you have, when you go in there, sometimes they ask you to put in questions. They want your consultant number because they want to make sure you're really a consultant.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm excited about that because you think about the stories are supposed to be telling stories. So I think she's going to give us some framework on that, and I'm excited about that. Okay.
So Melanie, real quick so I have a chamber mandatory meeting tomorrow morning. I'm going to miss that. Is that going to be left on that Facebook page? I can go back in?
They do. Yeah. The lives usually stay. Yeah. They'll stay for at least 30 days.
Okay. So one quick thing I wanted to mention as we wrap up Melanie's tech talk and we get into our training topic today is the general rule of thumb is if they want you to post 25% about your business, 75% about your life. So it could be, imagine this, you're going to post 4 pictures, right? 1 picture is Mary Kay, 3 are personal. Does that make sense? Because it's 25 and 75, right? Yeah. So you post the very first picture of you with your cup of coffee with your charcoal mask on. Okay. And maybe you're holding up a sign that says, Thank God for a mask since I'm a mom. And maybe step two is a picture of the breakfast table destroyed after the kids eat breakfast. The next picture is of you waving to your kids out of the van. And the third picture is you're doing something else. So it's like you weave they want to see you weaving Mary Kay into your life. Or maybe you're at a ball game and you've got a Mary Kay t-shirt on or something. So just keep in mind, if you've got 4 posts and they're all about Miranda, it's like Miranda, buy this, join this, whatever. Pretty soon they don't engage in stuff. They don't want to see what you're doing because it's all about will you buy something, and people don't want to see that. So just keep in mind, you don't want to post 1 picture or even 2, ideally 1 and then 2 personals, or 1 Mary Kay and 3 personals.
Yeah. And I actually heard a gal, and she was pretty successful on social media. So she had a group of people who were following her. But her suggestion was that on your regular profile newsfeed type stuff, that is mostly engagement posts, things to get get responses. Sometimes you would talk about what you're doing, or trying to get things that you're interested in them. What is your favorite kind of ice cream, or whatever the question is. And then she used her stories for product information so she was really using the stories for the business, and the regular news feed for the engagement and the personal stuff, so that when people saw your stories at the top of their news feed, they were like, oh yeah, I know her, I'd like to know what she's doing. And like I said, I follow this one gal. I mean, I've talked to her a few times on video chat, and we chat off and on, and she's bought a thing from me once or twice. But I follow her because she's just funny. She sells tea, and she posts really crazy funny stuff, and she makes me laugh. So I follow her. I'd like to know what she's doing. She lives in Alabama. I've never met her.
So that's a huge aha. Did you guys just hear that? Melanie follows her not to buy tea. Melanie follows her because she's fun, she's funny, she's entertaining. So yes, Melanie knows what she does, obviously. So
And
it's like,
I bought 1 or 2 things, and she's bought
right.
1 or 2 things from me.
But it's all about, so are you posting things that, I mean, like Carrie could actually take, because I think she's got, I don't know, 13 or 14 grandkids. So she could take a picture of her refrigerator with stacks and stacks of eggs, like getting ready to die eggs with 14 grandkids. And everybody's like, what? And then the next picture is maybe of her with her pedicure kit painting her own toes. You know what I mean? Like weave your Mary Kay into your life and be entertaining. I think so often we're afraid of not doing it perfectly. They don't want to see perfect. When you drop things, when you say when you sneeze while you're on camera, like when you do just like you're real, that's what people want to see, is that you're real, right? Well, Melanie, thank you for your tech talk. It's always totally insightful. All right, so we're going to switch gears really quick to part 2 of getting leads. And in a minute, I'm going to ask for some feedback. We're going to stop at about 10 minutes, 9 minutes. And I'm going to ask you so just be thinking about this. What is your favorite way? Now, Mary Kay herself, Mary Kay Ash, told us you want to always have leads coming in from a minimum, and I hate the word minimum, a minimum of 3 sources. So what would be your favorite? Is it branding yourself with a t-shirt, baseball cap, tote bag, running around just meeting people? Is it doing an event where people walk up to your table, whether it be a chamber or a fair or a bridal event or whatever? Is it putting out facial boxes? Is it asking for referrals? What is your favorite? Is it staff appreciations? Like, what is your favorite way? Because when it's your favorite, you shine. But I'm wondering how many of us are actually relying on 3 sources and not like doing a booth event and then waiting 3 more months to do another one and praying that you meet the right person. So I'm going to share with you, Emily is a top director. I've had the privilege of meeting her a couple times. She's super sweet. And when I saw her at Leadership Conference, she was sharing with me about some different videos. So this is a video. I'm going to go up here and share the sound. I'm only going to share 8 minutes of this. So part of your challenge tonight, hold on a second, your 24-hour challenge is going to be to watch the rest of this video and text your director what your favorite idea is. So I'm going to start this. We're only going to play 8 minutes, but I think you're really going to like. Now, everything she's going to share with you, I've already added to boards. So when she asks for the registration slips or any of the surveys, they're in boards in that folder called fish bowls and leads and fishbowl ideas. That's where all of her stuff is. Okay. So let's hear what she has to say.
networking idea before I go into it. If you don't know me, I just want to introduce myself quick. My name's Emily Schutte. I put networking specialist because just a little piece of my story. When I joined Mary Kay, I knew 2 people in the state of Minnesota, and we didn't have, Zoom and all that stuff back when I joined. So it had to be local. And so I didn't know a lot of people. It freaked me out, scared the bejeebies out of me to go out and meet people. And so if it scares you, it's okay if it scares you. Okay. It doesn't have to be comfortable. I have lots of different networking ideas on my YouTube channel right here. Watch all of them and find which idea is going to mesh with you the best. In fact, there's a whole playlist with meeting leads and networking. And so, watch videos on that playlist and see, what ideas are going to mesh with my personality. Try some of them, get good at some of them, and just see where it takes you. Because you guys, just to reiterate, it is new faces take us places, meaning going out and yes, servicing our current customers that we love so much, but then also adding new people, right? It's got to be those new faces, lead us to those like lifelong customers that we get to develop and have, which leads to team members, right? So really important to be having those fresh new faces. Now, I remember as a newer consultant, I tried lots of different things, and some ideas I loved the results. Some of the ideas I had to do a couple of times to get really good. So I want to give you a really fun, easy, you could literally do this just about any time coming up. Okay, it's March right now, and this is great for what I call festival season, right? Where there's parades, there's festivals, there's people gathering for neighborhood parties, there's, outdoor stuff going on every weekend, every week, every weeknight, right? You guys know, your town, like it doesn't even have to be a big festival. It's like where people are gathering. St. Patrick's Day, there's so many different parades for all these different things. Okay. So I remember being in DIQ, or wanting to, I wasn't in DIQ. I wanted to earn my car actually. It wasn't DIQ because it would have been the summertime of 2005. I wanted to earn my car so bad, like it hurt. I remember like dreaming about it at night. I wanted to earn the car. And I was like, well, I got to meet a bunch of people, right? And I had been doing some different lead ideas. And then this idea came to me one day, and so I'm going to share it with you. So I heard that the town that I lived in, which was Eden Prairie, was doing fireworks. And everyone around town was like, oh my gosh, Eden Prairie fireworks. That's such a big deal. Like all these people were there. And I thought, all these people are there. They're going to be waiting for it to get dark. What's an idea that I could do while people are sitting on blankets waiting for it to get dark? And it came to me. Okay. So I did what I like to call skincare surveys. Okay. So if you've never seen one of these, it's just a little survey that they fill out. I will put the link. Again, all of the things that I share are either on my emilyschutte.com website or in the description of the video. So be sure to check those areas out. Because a lot of times people reach out to me and I'm like, girl, it's in the description. So make sure you check those areas. But I will put this in the description, a skincare survey. It might not be this exact one. I think it might be this exact one. We'll see. But it's just like, are you currently using a skincare line? Are you happy with the results? What is your skin type? Do you have any skin concerns? Have you tried Mary Kay? If no, in exchange for a free gift, would you be willing to give your honest opinion of the products, right? And then if they circle yes, they put their name, phone number, and city. Okay, so this is a skincare survey. So here's what I did. Okay, so I'm not even kidding you. I get to this fireworks and there are hundreds, if not thousands of people sitting on blankets waiting for it to get dark. My husband thought I was nuts, but I'm like, I am determined. I'm going to meet people today. And you guys, here's what I want you to think about. I want you to just do it without having an intended result in your mind. I want you to do it just to do it, because it's going to build your confidence. And if you take the pressure off, like, oh, I need to get so many leads. I hate the word get, by the way, it's gross, right? It's cringy. So if you just make it like, I'm doing this today because I'm developing me, I'm building my confidence. I'm building my confidence in having conversations with people. I think you're going to get way better results than you even anticipated, right? So here's what I did. I made a bunch of little goodie bags ahead of time. Now, they do not have to be extensive. In fact, my goodie bags are typically all fluff, but not a lot of substance. Like they have some stuff in them, but they just look really cute. So you can either get little cello bags or just little, even the little, like if you go to Hobby Lobby and you get the little bead bags that have like a Ziploc thingy, it does, yeah. And so it doesn't have to be a pretty bag because you can put some of this shred in there, which is really cute. I have a chocolate and then one sample. That's all that's in it and my card. Okay, so that's all that's in these little bags. But they look really cute. They look like something people would want to get as a gift, right? So what I did during the fireworks or pre-fireworks was I walked around and just said, hey, my name's Emily Schutte. I know it's really weird, but I'm over there with my husband watching fireworks too. I was curious if you'd be willing to fill out a quick skincare survey in exchange for a goodie bag. It's really easy. And that's it. That's all I did. I just walked around and said, hey, would you be willing to fill out a quick skincare survey in exchange for this goodie bag? And you guys, I got like 60 people who filled out my skincare survey that day. Oh my gosh. Every time I would go up to someone, I was like so nervous and they were like, oh my gosh. And then I ended up having like 10-minute long conversations with someone that I knew from Hamlin University where I went to college. And, you know, it's just like, it's not that bad. Like, that's what I want you to know. It's not that bad. And so fireworks is not the only example. Okay, if you're a sports mom, right? And you are sitting at soccer. Hey, would you guys, you know how it is, all the moms are sitting there looking at each other. Hey, would you be willing to fill out this quick skincare survey? I have a goal to have 100 people fill this out in exchange for this cute little goodie bag. So if you're a sports mom, that would be a great, great opportunity for you to meet the other moms and actually like stir up a conversation with them instead of just, you know, you're in each other's space, but you don't really talk. I know, because I sat at sports things with other moms, right? So I know kind of how it goes. So that could be a great example. Maybe your church has like some big picnic. So you just start thinking of, am I going to be around people and what could I do to like strike up a conversation and meet those people? Okay, so skincare survey goodie bag is option 1. Option 2 is also fun. I like to do option 2 at parades. Okay, where there's like big groups of people, parades, town festivals, days, we'll call it, barbecue days, Dozinki days. That's the one in my town. You know, every town has a days of some kind, like pancake days, Northfield days. Everybody has a days. So take whatever your town days it are, or the surrounding towns around you. That could be an option for this too. It could be there's a music festival, you guys, wherever people are gathered is the point, okay? So what I do for this is...
Okay, that's where the cliffhanger is going to be. I'm not going to share the rest of that. You're challenged, and I will send you guys the link right now in the chat. Let me go copy this link. Oops, hold on. So she's going to go into wooden roses, how she uses them, why she uses them, how it works. You can like the wooden rose idea. You cannot... What I do find is that it is a lot easier, and I know, Lori, any of you guys jump in on this, it's a lot easier for me to go talk to somebody if I have something to give them. I don't know why, but if I have a goodie bag, a gift, a wooden rose, so that is the link. You're going to copy and paste that link, and that's what your part of your 24-hour challenge is, to watch the rest of the video. We just stopped her at 8 minutes, so if you don't want to hear the survey thing again, go to the 8-minute mark and watch the rest of it. She's going to talk about wooden roses, where she buys them, what she says, what she sprays on them, how it all works, so you guys can do that. So what I want to do for our little bit of remaining time is I'd love for this to be interactive. I'm going to put us on gallery view, and I'd love for you, because some of you I know are real new. Now, Pa, you have 8 kids. So my opinion is you must be always chasing some child to do something, or at a sporting event or something. So my thought was, if you just had some surveys, you could, and some goodie bags. Goodie bags are key. I'd use the little organza bags from Amazon. You can use cello bags, you can use whatever you want, but it's got to have a business card, a sample, and I throw in a piece of hard candy. I learned the hard way not to do chocolate, because if you leave it in your car and it melts, I did that once, and I had chocolate kisses that looked pathetic. They didn't even look like a chocolate kiss anymore. So I just go to the Dollar Tree, and I'll tell you a very hot thing, and you guys are going to laugh at me. But this is everyone's favorite butterscotch flavor. It's not even real butterscotch. It's from the Dollar Tree, a whole bag of butterscotch candy. I know I'm an anti-candy girl. I'm an anti-sugar girl, but if you want to give out a sample. So there's a couple different surveys I want to share with you. This is one that I've had phenomenal luck with. It's called the Foundation Survey. The downside of this, though, is there are 11 questions on there. Granted, they're all yes or no. But if I met somebody like Hilda at the park, we started talking. I said, you know, Hilda, I said, I know we just met, but I work for an internet. This is what I say. I work for an international cosmetic company and based out of Dallas, Texas. But we we're doing a lot of stuff on foundations. And I'm wondering, do you ever wear any type of foundation, a CC cream, a tinted moisturizer, anything like that? And she says, yeah. I said, I'd love your feedback for a gift. I'll give you a charcoal mask gift. Could you fill this out for me really quick? And in those, she just is going, what's your skin type? Normal. Do you use foundation primer? No. Do you use concealer? Yes. How do you apply it? My fingers. Do you wear a finishing powder? No. Would you love it if someone could help you find your foundation match? Yes or no? Do you wear the same foundation all year long? Do you currently have a Mary Kay consultant that takes care of you? So this has been my like literally go to. I will scan this and also put this on boards. But I'd love to know from you guys. So let's open this up for those of you who've been around the block more than a day, because I know Paz is very new and Marsha's very new. But tell me, what are some of your favorite ways to meet people? Is it grabbing a Mary Kay tote, being branded, wearing your beauty coat? What are some of your favorites? I want to hear from you guys. Unmute and tell me what some of your favorite ways are to meet people. How are you guys meeting people and getting leads? And it's not something as necessarily as obvious as I'm getting a lead, right? It's I'm meeting
I
people.
love to find people when I'm walking because I'm feeling good. I think they're feeling good. Sometimes depending on the time of day, people are in a hurry and they just want to get it done. But sometimes I just and then I love dogs. And if they have a dog, I have to have my dog fix. So anyway, that's what I love to do. And
Okay.
I have my cards and I have my phone. I always, if they are willing, and then I say I'm a neighbor, I'm just out walking. Um, so that's one of mine. So I'll let other people talk.
Okay, thank you for that, Lori. How about the rest of you guys? What's your favorite way to meet people?
I've been meeting people at the gym and I like to go to classes. So we do the class. Now, the only downside is I don't usually look all that cute after
No, but you're being real.
But your face can look cute. Your face.
And a lot of times I will have like a cute Mary Kay shirt on. But yeah, I've been meeting people. I always have in my bag, always have flyers for whatever the next event is, have the flyer and my cards. I usually have samples on the back of my cards. And if it's a skincare class that's coming up, a Janice, then I will have the skincare packets as well. So.
Okay, great. I appreciate that. How about the rest of you? Hilda, Carrie, Connie, how about the rest of you guys? What's your favorite way to meet people? Getting names and numbers or just
Carrie
having conversation?
Carrie, come on, Carrie.
She's being sassy.
She is.
Well, it just depends on what I'm doing. I actually have samples all the time. I always have catalogs in my car. I have roses. I actually went to DMV one time with Rhonda and we passed out roses to everybody in DMV.
That's a great idea because no one's in a good mood if they're at DMV. I didn't even think about that.
No, they hate DMV. So everybody was like, what, for me?
So Carrie, what did you say when you walked up to people at DMV?
I just want to give you a rose. Make your day better. I mean, like you said, nobody's happy in DMV. So
okay. And do you spray them with a fragrance?
those were sprayed with the fragrance, and I believe they had a sample on them.
Okay.
So with the business card.
So basically, you would say, "I just want to bless you." I'm with Mary Kay, so there's a sample with my business card there. But
Yep.
Kind
And
of
if
just leave
they
it as, I
ask
just want to
more,
bless you.
then I
Yeah.
would try and get a name or something. But because, DMV is a DMV thing. So it was more just to get Rhonda feeling comfortable about
Right.
talking to people.
Okay.
So, and to this day, she still remembers us going to DMV. So,
Okay.
How did you get numbers back?
well, like I said, if they started talking, then I would say, would you, if they didn't, I just gave it to them and walked away because it's DMV. You don't want to annoy people. Okay.
And
They're
they're going to
already
remember
there.
that you them that more than anything. So yeah.
Okay.
And your
Anybody else?
wasn't on it or anything? Your card?
Yeah, I had a card and a
Oh.
sample on it.
Sorry.
Okay, how about the rest of you? Hilda, what's your favorite way to meet people? She's got her goodie bags. Not a girl. What is
I
that?
had that this is the for April. I did this again and I attached my business card to it.
What is it?
It's the $20 startup.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been trying.
so
So
you're
I
handing
take
out the
it.
$20 starter bag thing with a sample?
Yeah, it's the startup your own business, the glow for it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I just attached my business card to this.
And then is there a sample attached to that as well?
There's a sample inside the pack.
Nice.
Yeah, I have I always put these in the little I have the red little mesh bags and I have the pink mesh bags.
Okay.
They're big enough to hold these in the mesh bags.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So when
then
Mary Kate,
then I've been open when I go to the mall, more, approaching people, talking to them that way. And when
nice.
you told me when I first came back and you said you have to brand yourself, well, I'm branded every day. I have my pin on or I have my jacket on. My nail lady always says, "Oh, you look so nice." And
Aw,
she told me that she's going to be going to um, back home, and not the Philippines. Where's she from? Wherever she's Oriental. And so she's going back home to see her family, and she wants to buy a lot of lipstick to take home with her to give away.
nice.
So, yeah. So that's going to be a good one for me.
Okay, well, I want to show you one picture in closing to give you the 24-hour challenge, but just in closing, I want you guys to be really focusing, all of you, on making sure you're getting leads from 3 sources. So I'm going to throw out a bunch of ideas super quick so you can jot all these down. One is facial boxes. Like that's intentional, put them out and check on them. I find if I give the incentive to the person at the facial box, oh, you put out 3, Hilda? That a girl? That a girl? So when you put those out, I usually give my customer an incentive. So if you guys are looking for great places for facial box, dental offices, orthodontist offices, teachers lounges, nurses lounges, if anybody works at a senior care facility, the caregivers lounge, like those are all places where people come and gather. I give them, whoever puts the box in there for me, $5 of free Mary Kay for every lead that either books an appointment or buys from me. So they have this financial incentive to help you. So that's one way. A second way is just being branded. Like Hilda said, I have my beauty coat on when I grocery shop, or I have a Mary Kay tote, or both, or my name tag. You walk into Costco. Would people know that you are a Mary Kay beauty consultant when you walk into Costco shopping? Do you look like a consultant? Now, hear my heart. If you look like a hot mess, you've been in your car for 12 hours with 9 kids, maybe not the day to wear your beauty coat into Costco. But you want to have leads come in from 3 sources. Another thing, and I found this out from last night, when your clients see you, do they know they get to see you 3 or 4 times at no cost? So I said that to them last night. I said, well, tonight we're doing a hydra session, but you guys are allowed to do just a spa session with me. You're allowed to do a makeup session with me. And the gal goes, my other consultants never told me that. I can set up a whole bunch of these with you. I said, of course you can. So they don't know if we don't tell them. All right. So I'm just letting you guys know it's really important. And Mary Kay said, always have 3 sources of leads. So for me, as long as I've got something to hand out, I'm good. I can talk to anybody, but then I feel like if I don't have something, I get a little tongue-tied or a little nervous. Okay, so in closing, I want to share with you an idea. Go on our boards page and you're going to go to the folder right here called Holiday and Gift Selling Ideas. Now, we're going to talk about this more next week, but I'm just going to flip through these pictures really quick. This one's Mother's Day gift. So this shows satin hands, satin body. They have no idea if this is yours or someone else's. So it talks about a Mother's Day gift certificate you can print out. Here's a little tub with a little glass bubbles. Here's gifts to wow mom. Here's more gift ideas for Mother's Day. Remember, those are going up $4 in price next month, so you want to get those now. Here are some fragrance ideas for mother-in-laws. This is just literally somebody that's got hydrating lotion with sock or slippers. They took slippers and put a hydrating lotion and put them in a cello bag. Who doesn't need new slippers and a hydrating lotion, right? Here's satin hands. Here's a Mother's Day must-haves. I'm just going to cut to the chase because I want to show you guys. This is Gift Boutique. So this is a lip bouquet. You can use burlap paper or whatever, but they don't know that these aren't yours. So you can say, well, which of these do you want? And then you get to figure out how to make it. But I love this. This is a girlfriend of mine. This was the back of her car. So notice she's got these cardboard boxes, and I can send that out. I'll post that on our Facebook page tomorrow. Where on Amazon you find these envelopes. They're very thick cardstock. They come also red and white with polka dots, lime green and soft pink. So she's got one with a pedicure kit, one with satin hands. Then she's got down here other body care sets. She's got a roll up with a bow. But doesn't it look cute? It looks very festive and springy. And then, of course, here are more of those cardboard boxes. Satin hands with satin lips. This one's got a pedicure kit. So whatever you do, different price points. But this just gives you a couple ideas. There's the satin hand set, all wrapped up with some little flowers and tissue. So there's all kinds of fun ways to merchandise. And Mother's Day, honestly, for small business is like a mini Christmas. So I really hope you guys are taking advantage of that. We will have lots of ideas to share next week. But your 24-hour challenge is to grab that link in the chat, watch the rest of the video, and then I want to ask you, and here's this part of your challenge. You need to pick a day between now and April 30th that you are going to go out with surveys, whether it be the farmer's market in your town, whether it be an Easter parade this Saturday in your town, whether it be, I know Hilda and Vallejo, they have an Easter thing on Saturday, the day before Easter. So could you make some surveys? So your challenge is this: watch the rest of that video, text your director that you watched it, and text her what one day this month are you committed to going out with some surveys to an event, Easter event, spring event, farmer's market, whatever, and meet people. Just try it. Ask 10 people to fill out a survey. The worst thing they can say is no. But what if you pick up a brand new customer or your next team member, right? Well, any other quick comments, you guys? I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.